everyone, and this video is going to be about scouting on Malinovka and also doing well in your light tanks. So I've been making a few light tank videos recently, and that's because I was trying to do my mission. And now, since this is the first ever game I've had in the 9.8 update, I have no mods installed at the time whatsoever, not even XVM. So it was going to be always tougher than usual because mods do help no matter what. And so we begin on Malinovka. So what I'm going to do right away is to tell my team, please shoot the targets I spot, because there are so many times where I've just spotted literally half of the enemy team climbing up the hill and they just wouldn't be able to do anything about it. So what you want to do is get into this spot here, right here, as you can see behind this little bush here, and just sit here and enjoy the show. You're gonna spot shit tons of opponents, and just don't get spotted yourself. But I do get spotted here, which is quite nasty, to be honest. But never mind, we have already done some spotting damage already, and you can see that M103 not the smartest thing for you to do, sir, to drive up right next to the to the edge, you know, so you can get shot by everyone. That is certainly not the way you want to play your M103. And just look at how devastating it is when you got a light tank here. Well, the thing is, there's always enemy light tank who's trying to crest here and spotting me. Without enemy tank spotting me, this could be way better of a position. And since there's no RT, I'm not afraid really. But you do have to be careful with people crashing up, and as you can see, you gotta have map awareness. As you can see, without any mod, you know, I'm playing without any mod at this moment, and I absolutely have to say that it's essential for you to tell when the enemy is around you or behind you, because it's just absolutely key things you have to master. That you gotta keep an eye on the map no matter what. And you know, sometimes mod do help you from that, but as you can see clearly in this video, I did not have mod at the time. This was literally the first hour the patch came out, so no mod at all. And I'm spamming go round, of course. Not like I need to, I understand that, but you know, it was loaded and there was an E75, so why not? But then I forgot to switch it back. And just keep aware of where your opponents are. Read the map. Read what happens in the beginning of the game. For example, I knew that our team were going to have probably issues spotting them, so I have to go spot myself, since I am the only like scout that is quite efficient on my team. Just dodges him slightly there. You know when he's gonna pull the trigger, so you can pull back just in time. I get hit there once, but I do not pull back yet, and I move for the second time and then get into the ditch, and there is where I'm in shit tons of trouble. I cannot really traverse in the deep water, but I'm trying to juke him. As you can see here, I'm juking him, loading back to AP, and just trying to squeeze shots into him, but does not connect. And do I get spotted? Yes, I do again, and he's dead anyway, thanks to the team's cooperation. So I managed to kind of single-handedly distract and destroy the E75. We gotta give credit to the Borsig on our team, who did try to help me take out them, but he just did it in a really bad way by going into the open, getting spotted, which you can see statistically at the time I didn't know, but now checking at his stats, yeah, I kind of get why. But at least he's trying. We gotta give him that credit though. Trying to load a HE round to plant into the AMX, because I would absolutely wreck him with a HE if I do penetrate him. But because I didn't have mod, I didn't know how much health he was on. So you know, the choice of shots were pretty bad now looking back at this, because I didn't know. I didn't know how much health he was on really. But anyway, it wasn't that bad of an idea anyway. But normally I would have loaded AP for 100 health point AMX just to guarantee it. And then this gun, I love this 85mm gun. I have no vertical stabs and it's accurate as hell. This is by far one of my favorite light tanks in the game. It's so versatile, it's so capable of doing quick successive damage output, and I think you shouldn't play this tank with the 100 mil, because the 100 mil doesn't make it into a light tank anymore. It makes it into a fast medium tank rather. But look at the armor on this thing. This is absolutely insane, right? I'm in a light tank. I bounced on the IS-3. And while I watched Jingo's review on this tank, I had a few face palms here and there, simply because I don't think he knows. I don't think he as Jingles doesn't really know the full capability of this thing as much as I do, because I have actually played lots more games than him in this tank, and my opinion forms that yeah, just never use the 100 mil. Really, just 85 mil with gold is so insane. When I say it's so insane, I get shot. Somehow Super Pusher managed to snap a shot onto me, but never mind, we circle him to death. This has one of the best traverse in the game, making it so OP in my opinion. And yeah, the armor, especially the turret can bounce. Remember, is a slightly reduced size of a Type 59, so it still has some of the traits the Type has, but although not as well armored, of course, by any means. But you still get an occasional bounce where Jingles was saying how this tank has paper armor. I don't know. I still think it's got pretty good armor for a light tank. There's certainly no ELC type of armor. Just finishing off with style, and there goes 3k damage in a light tank, and it was ace tanker, of course, and did shit tons of spotting damage because the initial spot in the beginning. But I just like to highlight the way that you should play this map, the way you should read the map, read the team list to understand that there's no RT, so therefore you can actually push to what extent, to which position, and then keep an eye on the map to where the enemy is popping up, and also keep an eye on what the enemy is doing. For example, the E75 had his eyes on the Baltic, so which presented me a fat juicy arse on the E75 to plant shot into his engine deck to set him on fire for the second time. Now that is just outplaying your opponents by certain measures, and I believe that if you do the same as I have, you will certainly achieve similar success in your light tank. And yeah, this WZ-131 is all-time keeper. Really, it's that good. It does all my missions pretty much, and hopefully you learned something, and hopefully this has been helping you to do your missions and of course achieving better stats in your light tank. So we'll see you next time.